Last weekend's internationals once again highlighted an area of the game that's been a source of frustration for players, officials and fans alike: the scrum. For the past 3 years, the Scrum Forces project, an IRB-funded study, has been looking into the science behind the scrum, the goal being to identify the best possible coaching and player welfare techniques for this critical facet of the game.
First phase that we did was based on one forward pack engaging with a machine, and we were recording forces against the machine. And we tested various engagement conditions during that phase, a total of 6. And looked at the difference in forces between the various conditions. And then the Scrum Steering Group that the IRB convened had a look at that data, then narrowed down on some of the engagement conditions, and then for the last 9 months we've been testing live scrummaging, so 2 forward packs engaging with each other and with us taking some measurements from those trials.
Scrummaging on a machine, it gives you a certain amount of information, but it isn't what happens in true life. And all research could be criticised really if it's not trying to look at what happens in real life. Phase 1 was incredibly important to enable us to get the instrumentation right, to start to collect data and make sure we were doing the right types of measurements. Now putting that into the real life scrumming situation means the research is truly applicable.
The project, already trialled worldwide and at all levels of the game, is now entering its second phase with the introduction of contested scrums.
The front row guys were wearing accelerometers on their upper spine, so measuring accelerations primarily during the engagement phase. And there were also the pads that they were wearing were pressure sensors, so they were wearing those across the shoulders and the base of their neck, so that was getting an idea of the contact forces.
With player welfare paramount, one of the key areas is the engagement.
We've got the crouch, touch, pause, engage, which is our baseline gathering data. And as you saw from the test there was quite a bit of movement, pretty unstable. The current one, the crouch, touch set, which is being used internationally at the moment, is personally I think it's a bit of an improvement. But the final one there that's been used in the Pacific Cup at the moment, I think you saw great stability and actually a real good scrum.
The latest scrum variation to be tested, the pre-bind engagement, is currently being trialled in the IRB's Pacific Rugby Cup.
The idea behind that engagement is that it should, because the 2 packs are slightly closer together before they start, because they've got a pre-bind, that it's aiming to slightly de-emphasise the engagement and also ideally increase the stability of the scrum after the engagement. And certainly the numbers that we're looking at the moment suggest that it does do what it was intended to do.
To me, the scrum's got to be a contest, it's got to be safe, and but we've got to maintain that unique part of the scrum. It is a gladiatorial combat, but we've got to keep it safe. If we can reduce the forces on the hit, which enables the players to stay up, stay strong, stay square and stay safe, but still give us a contested scrum, I think that's what we're aiming for.
From the spectator's point of view, they want to see the game moving, they want to see the ball in play. What they don't want to see is the scrum being reset all the time. So a stable scrum will make the game flow, but from a player safety perspective, we do know that injuries are more common when the scrum collapses, that the scrum is an event that we can control within the game, and therefore if we can have a stable scrum, we would therefore assume it's a safe scrum, and again that's a good player welfare issue.
Engage!